Hello everybody and good morning on this early Sunday morning, and I'm back at the field where I like to go and fly even if there are trees and it's small, with the Piper Cub, as you can see. In case you remember, and if you haven't, you can check the past videos. I did try to do some taxi runs on that patch of road over there, but I didn't manage to keep it on track. I wasn't going fast enough probably for the rudder to work, so I did some taxi runs, but it never actually took off. And now I'm thinking I'm going to do a hand launch. I was kind of hoping for long grass, but it's all been nicely cut and mown, so it's very nice. But the long grass would have been good for cushioning the first crash, right? So I'm going to set up and let's see how it's with the center of gravity. I've got to put the battery in the right place, and then do a hand launch. Flying conditions are close to perfect. A little bit of an overcast, so the sun is not too strong. It's not too wet, I think. The grass, I think the short grass is not wet, and there's no wind at all, so it's no excuse. Like if I fail, if it doesn't fly, it's either the builder or the pilot, which is both me. Anyhow, let me set up and let's see how it goes. And now the moment of truth. The battery in place. I had to jam it in a little bit. I still see some dust on the propeller and some scratches maybe from the other tests. Let's do controls. So propeller works, left, right, and I've got the good battery in it, so it's a bit heavier, and center of gravity, as I've managed to kind of put it where I think it has to be. So I'm going to do let's see if I can do the cliff launch, which is to launch with the left and have pull throttle up at maximum, and then with the right hand control elevator. So let's see how it goes. Moment of truth. Maybe too much power. It somehow spun a lot. Let me try it again. I hope it survived. So maybe it was too much power because I had, I don't know, not even full power, but then I just couldn't control it and it went. So probably torque, more of everything. I would have needed more right rudder, more right ailerons, everything. So I'm going to try with less power and let's see if I can pick up gradually. Maybe it's too much P factor here involved, which I don't know if I can control it. Let's do the second attempt and let's hope it goes better with less throttle now. Some noise. I think the cowling has moved slightly. And I think it will survive. Let's see. Like 1/3 of throttle. The same. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try to do some taxi tests then, because it's really not. It's spinning too much. Maybe the propeller is too strong. It's a 3-bladed but a small one. Maybe also some damage control. As you see, one strut has been ripped off the wing. I think that is fixable because I did make them somehow removable. So I'm going to take the strut off. And the windscreen has kind of burst open, like it's broken. Interesting, right? And the screw has come out and things. So I don't know how to handle that now. We'll see. I'll try to jam it in again and see if it can hold. And let's see. Maybe it holds in there. No, it doesn't. We'll just pull it off completely. Maybe take off the front screen and see what we do. I don't know. So I haven't managed to take the screen off. We don't have enough. The screwdriver is not small enough. The battery heads has come off, so I'm probably going to leave it off because it's a bit of a hassle to put it on and off, and it might break. So I'm going to try to do some taxi runs again. Let's see if there's any luck, but probably not much power, right? And that is probably the end of the experiment for today. A bit of a failure, not to say a complete failure. I think the wind did pick up, but then I couldn't control it. So I'm thinking that it's either the propeller or the motor that is too strong. I need something weaker, less torque maybe, and so it means I need to pull the engine and find an even smaller engine. So I think the structure has kind of survived. The wheel has come off again. Happened I think once in the past already. So let's see about the electronics. I think the rudder is also being hit. Yeah, the rudder is also a little bit out. It's broken maybe one of the hinges. Anyhow, I think that's a sad finish to today's experiments. So a bit of damage control and debrief on what went on. In terms of damage, as we saw at the field, the wheel has come off. It broke a little bit of the plastic. One of the struts came off. The right strut came off. It's interesting, somehow it pulled out the wires, but still the wing held out. And the battery hatch is actually okay. I thought it might have broken, but it's actually okay. Then other damage, let's start from the front. Let's see if we can see this. So the windshield has broken, has cracked, the bits missing and things like that, so a new one would need to be done. I don't know if you can see it, but also here the top part of the cowl has also taken two cracks, at least two big cracks, which is and I'm not sure if you can see it, which is probably because of the fall. I see here also on the wing holding part there was a bit of balsa sticking out somewhere. I think it's falling out in between, so there is some kind of internal damage from all those hits. Here I see, I don't know if you can see it, here there's a bit of balsa a little bit loose, which I'm not sure where it was. It's maybe just shifted across. I might need to take the wing off and look at it. So there is some kind of internal damage inside because of significant blows to it, right? So that's there. I see a crack here also on the landing gear. So from the front part, the wing seems okay. I think it did take some hit, but if I wobble it a little bit, it seems to be okay, but some internal damage. And then on the tail also, the tail surfaces, I think a lot of the hinges have broken. These are the hinges made out of what's it called, fishing line. So 3 hinges have popped out. Pretty much 5 out of 6 hinges have popped out on the elevator, and with the rudder something similar I think also. So it's a bit loose. It won't fall off, but it might actually fall off. But anyhow, so in terms of damage, I think it's repairable. It's a bit of work on that, but should be manageable. On the bigger issue of what to do so that it flies, that I'm not quite sure. I'm keen to hear your comments on that. A smaller propeller, maybe a 2-bladed propeller, might help. It doesn't even turn. The cowling has shifted, so that might be it. A smaller motor. It is a very small motor already, like the smallest I think I could find, so I need to maybe do more research. I don't know. You let me know what you think, if the motor is too strong or if the propeller is smaller, maybe a 2-bladed propeller would be better, and we'll see. A worry is that I have the same motor and propeller combination on the Hurricane from Ray, so it is a bigger model and a heavier model, so maybe it doesn't impact it so much. But still, that's going to be a concern if I now dare to go and Maiden that one, because it's got the same combination. So maybe another propeller, maybe a 2-bladed propeller would have less torque. I have to maybe research that. And other than that, I don't think I'm going to get to it anytime soon. I'm going to put it up where it was for the last few months, or half a year or 1 year, I don't know. Kind of demotivating at this point. Maybe in a few weeks then I bring it down and I start to do all the repairs, so I can look at this video and see what is on the list of repairs to do. So for the moment, as I say, I'll just put it away and maybe come back to it some other time. In any case, as always, thank you everybody very much for following along, and looking forward to some of your comments and recommendations, and I'll see you next time.